נמצא לנו אושר קטן בחיים שהגלידו מתוך פצע ישר, כולנו תלאים באותה רקמה, כולנו צמאים לאותה נחמה, ושנינו זוכרים מה הבטחנו אם הגענו לך, כנראה שניצחנו. שמעתי שיש מקום בו מציאות אפורה מתבהרת פתאום באמת בודדה ושולחת תודה.
I always knew that I'm going to be a combat soldier in the army. And I knew that I'm going to serve my country as best as I can. My next dream was to become a commanding officer. And after 2 years of very rough training, I complete and fulfilled this dream. And I can tell you that this is a very satisfying and exciting moment in my life, but at the same breath, it's a huge responsibility. Tuesday, October 23rd, was the day my life was forever changed. At 6 a.m., nearly the end of my last mission as a company commander, I arrived to the security fence in order to open it and allow the last Israeli tank forces to return to Israeli territory. Because of the heavy fog and the fact that there were enemy snipers who were likely waiting for us, I was concerned for my soldiers' safety and lives. Therefore, I decided, as a commander, to lead the mission by myself. I ordered my soldier to stay 250 yards behind me, in safe shelters, and walk through that gate alone. I understood the great risk while walking through that gate, but I was taught that as a commander, I should always be in the front line. I approached the gate, crouching and crawling as I made my way. I opened the lock on that gate slowly. From some reason, my hands were shaking. I pushed the gate and moved about 3 steps further, and then I felt an enormous explosion that pushed me back. It felt like my entire body was on fire. A few seconds later, I opened my eyes and the pain filled my body. I immediately knew that my left hand was missing. There was blood everywhere, and I remember myself trying to reach and apply pressure on the wound, but nothing happened. I tried again, and still nothing moved. When I looked on the right hand, I realized exactly why. It was almost disconnected, lying on the flaming hot soil, hanging on small pieces of skin and flesh. Both my arms didn't function. In the first few seconds, I tried to conquer my shock, not letting it take over me. I had to make myself realize that this is no nightmare, but a reality. I told to myself that I am still on a mission and had to do everything in my power to complete it. I knew that if I wouldn't respond immediately, I will lose a lot of blood and eventually die. With my last powers, I pressed my left hand into the sand so it would stop bleeding. Took with me whatever that was left from the right hand, grabbed it over to my chest, and start running with all my gear, with all my combat gear, back to my soldiers. Step by step, as the blood poured out on my body, I ran 250 yards. After a few minutes, I approached my vehicle. I can say that my soldiers were in shock. When we arrived to the helicopter landing ground, my deputy approached me. The first thing I asked him was, Eli, look at my face and tell me the truth. Am I still pretty? He looked at me, smiled and said, Ziv, you are the prettiest soldier in the Middle East. I was evacuated from there to Soroka Hospital, is also in the south, in Beersheba, in critical condition. In the first 2 weeks, I went through 10 surgeries, hanging between life and death. I can tell you that today, my life changed. I'm still struggling to do things that I used to do before, but at the same breath, my life journey taught me to have the determination to conquer even higher hills. From a point in my life that I couldn't even walk 2 steps, I completed a marathon 7 months ago in Berlin, in most symbolic way for every Jew around the world. I won my war as a wounded Israeli soldier maybe in the worst place of our history. I felt like I was proving to the Jewish nation that even if we have suffered, even if we have been hurt, we always come back stronger, as an individuals and as a nation.